Friday, bye.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Star Wars Culture. That countdown was so thrilling.
I know, because we don't usually hear the music. So when I heard it, I was like, ooh. And then my cat is
so
destroying
shocked.
my apartment. Great.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. What a
Love
start. Way to start with just a bang. So, as you noticed, we got a bit of a different look today. We look a little different, which is exciting. But my name is Hannah. If you haven't been here before, my name is Hannah, and this is Star Wars Culture.
Yes, and my name is Jordan. We have quite a few things to get through today. Mm-hmm. First up, we have Star Wars Visions. What our vision of Star Wars Visions is, our hopes and dreams, and all of that good stuff coming up.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good time. And then later on, we're going to be discussing the top 7, and we're going to be ranking them ourselves of the best side characters in Star Wars that don't get enough credit. And they're like very pivotal characters.
Yes.
But so we've got all that going on today. Before we get on with that, what else do we have on?
Well, first, I want everyone to say hello to Nikk and Chad.
Our engineers. Here they are. Oh, look at them.
So wow.
My phone got too excited when I dropped it on the computer.
Oh, okay. And you wanted to come in so bad. That's so good. But they'll be in the background. They're running the show for us, so that's why we're here. Yes. And you can see us.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, of course, as always, thank you guys so much for joining us. If you want to get to know any of us more, follow more Culture Slate / Star Wars Culture content. You can find the Culture Slate Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook are all at Culture Slate. And my Instagram is at tbluepulsar66.
Amazing. And you can find Chad on Twitter at Chad Benti. I think that's what it is. Is it just Chad Benti? I believe Benti. I'm going to have a stab at that. BTI. Close enough. I added some letters.
Close enough.
One letter shy of BTS to K-pop.
Nice drop there. And then we also got Nikk. You can find Nikk on Instagram and Twitter at Nikk at Nikk TK7272. There you go.
There he is. I nailed
it. I nailed it. Oh, so good.
Too much fun with this.
I know. This is going to be amazing.
You're going to have to stop us.
Yeah, you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Raeside for all your kind of random memes that you want to find and talk about. Alrighty. Well, actually, last thing before we get into the show, Patreon. Patreon.com/Culture Slate. That's where you can find all this extra behind the scenes stuff. I'm sure we can share like bits of our script, how we like do things. We're going to chuck stuff over there for you to enjoy of how the show runs, and some good behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
But first up, what have we got first up for us, Jordan? What are we telling the people?
The trailer, I guess, or the first look at Star Wars Visions was it was pretty great. Not gonna lie, I wasn't expecting too much from Visions because before they announced it, everyone was like, "Oh, it's Star Wars anime," and I said, "Oh, okay, I guess."
Yeah.
But it's different studios working on projects.
Yes, and it's like what you were just about to mention. Like the interesting thing is that we haven't really gotten anime in Star Wars before, which is a cool kind of crossover. That I think we have Clone Wars and obviously Bad Batch, Rebels, that are animated shows that have taken off really, really well. So to get the anime side of things involved is really interesting.
Yeah,
really, really interesting.
I love anime, a lot of anime? It was just I do, but I don't. I have a hard time keeping up with the shows that I watch. Like I've been trying to catch up on My Hero Academia for like 2 years. I don't remember what's
still going with it.
Naruto, I started it. I got through like 10 episodes of the first season, and I was like, okay, yeah, cool. But then I'm still not caught up. One Piece I watched about.
You've
Yeah,
dabbled.
I dabbled.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only animes I finished are the ones that only have like 2 seasons. So
Yeah, the shorter ones. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm coming into this a complete anime novice. I have not seen like a single piece of anime, and I don't know how. Like I'm I like my content, I like my nerdy stuff, but I have
Yeah.
not seen a single piece of anime. So I'm coming into this really fresh. So seeing the sneak peek, and definitely recommend if you haven't seen the Star Wars Visions. Can we call it a sneaky leaky? Well, it's not leaked, but we're gonna call it.
We're gonna call it that
leaky.
anyway because we can do what we want.
So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. They talked to a couple of the writers and the creators behind the show as well. And the show comes out on the 22nd of September this year, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, and someone in the comments. Which is oddly very soon, which is very exciting. It's a good time to be an anime fan and a Star Wars fan. But yeah, like we said before, it's a really interesting crossover. It's like we just haven't had this kind of realm of Star Wars. And to think Star Wars has been going for like what, 40? Yeah. I can't do the calculations. 44 years? And we haven't had the crossover as much, especially into the anime realm yet. Let's just go run through a couple of the episode title names. Piece names. I don't know what to call them. Episodes.
The title of the content.
Thank you so much. Let's run through them and let's just have a bit of a feel what they're going to be called. So the first one is titled The Jewel. Then we've got Lop and I want to say Oko, but it could be Ocho. I do not know.
I don't know. That one has like a twin vibe. Like we're gonna get some twin stuff
like
going on.
Twin Jedis or something. Yeah.
The third one is my favorite.
The art. We have some art too as well. The third one is my favorite too.
Tatooine Rhapsody, like Bohemian Rhapsody. Are we gonna get some like Queen vibes or something? Like just the name alone. Right? Can somebody actually draw like Queen, but it's Tatooine Rhapsody? No. They're like
that's incredible.
On Tatooine, like Freddie Mercury's just kind of chilling in a galaxy far, far away.
Absolutely. And Joel in the comments, anime and Star Wars, my two favorite things together at last. Yeah, it's a big collaboration, interesting collab that is going to be lots into it. Continuing on with the titles, The Twins, which is again
more twin vibes.
Sort of a pair, very dyad kind of vibe.
Yeah, dyad.
I just like saying that word really. And then we have The Elder. The Village Bride. These titles are very. What I like, they sound very anime. Like that's what I like. It's not, like anime trying to become Star Wars. It's Star Wars becoming anime. It's they're kind of staying in their realm. Do you want to have a go at pronouncing the seventh one?
Kakari. That's a Kakari. That's a ghetto name. That's not anime. It's ghetto. A Kakari.
A Kakari.
That's what I'm gonna say until I am corrected.
Oh, that's amazing. And then
the next
8,
one sounds like maybe it's about droids because it's TLB1. So I don't know.
Toby? Is that like
love him? I already love Toby. I don't even know what
it
the
better
hell
be Toby.
he looks like. But I already love him.
I believe the one's called Akiri.
Akiri. Okay.
Akiri or Akiri?
I think it's Akiri.
Akiri.
Then why I got 2 K's in it?
Akiri.
I don't know.
Akiri.
And then
silent K? I don't know.
It's TOB1.
Obi-Wan. But I like Toby. I think because you know how like in BD1 in Fallen Order, it's like that they shortened that for buddy, like it was meant to be like a buddy droid, like they just made it fun. I reckon TOB1. Toby, you got to be Toby. Come on. Oh, amazing! And the 9th piece of content we've also got is the ninth Jedi.
It's giving me Last Jedi callback energy.
That's interesting because it gave me Inquisitor vibes. You know, the ninth sister, second sister. Yeah. So I was like, ooh, are we going to get a bit of you know,
Ninth Sister origin story.
yes, yeah, there you go. And
Love that.
I have to say that art we're seeing on the screen is incredible. It looks really good. And again, you know, Star Wars becoming anime, not the other way around, which is really, really awesome to see. Really culturally interesting. Drop in the comments down below if you have any further thoughts on our for Star Wars visions. I think the biggest thing for this new piece of content that we're going to be getting is that it's like what we were saying. It's a new kind of animation, and it's a new kind of storytelling, which we've seen how successful Star Wars could be as a TV show, and especially as a live action show. We saw how successful Clone Wars is, but then Mandalorian being like incredible. And a lot of people would have thought that Star Wars wouldn't have worked as well as a live action show.
Yeah.
But it's really paid off, don't you reckon? Like Star Wars is becoming
definitely.
multi-platform, like content applicable. On this, so we're getting this anime. What is there a piece of content? Is there a piece of production or media that Star Wars can't do or hasn't done? Can you think of anything on the top of your head? Because they're big in the novel world, they're big in the comic world. Like they're pretty much.
Video games are doing pretty good.
Video games are doing very well, yeah. So it's like really like anime was like the last step or like the last stepping stone. To kind of for their Star Wars' ultimate world domination, really. In the chat, George was inspired by Japanese movies, and now Japanese anime is inspired by George. That's a really good point, and especially if you've gone into the makings of the Mandalorian, a lot of their sword style and even the filming of Mandalorian was very samurai movie kind of like, but also just like a Jedi. The way they trained their combat, it was very kind of samurai / warrior, like that kind of vibe. Don't you think it's very like samurai, like the notion of a Jedi?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would even go as far as to say some of the titles give me like samurai-ish vibes, like the duel, like Jedi samurai type thing going on, and then of course the Elder.
Yeah, that's very samurai.
Yeah,
samurai, is that a word? I'll make it a word.
Samurai-ish.
Samurai. Yeah, but it's so exciting to see this new kind of content. Fantastic. Good times. Star Wars Visions. It's going to be an exciting time. Interesting to see this new content.
See it.
Now, the next part of the show, Jordan. What have we got to talk about now?
We're going to talk about some underrated characters who deserve more of your appreciation. 7 of them.
Yeah.
Top 7 characters who deserve more of your appreciation. And starting today, you will be giving it to them.
It's we thought about this list hard, and we came up with some good ones, and we can't wait to talk about them and give them the appreciation that they deserve. So let's flick up our first character, a classic original trilogy OG guy, Max Rebo. Max Rebo here. Look at him there. Look at his lovely his ears. He's a good looking alien. Look at that guy.
Mm-hmm.
And his fingers. Look at that. But he appeared in Return of the Jedi, and he was playing some sort of piano. I love how Salacious Crumb is in the background there. I just realized that too. And he was in like Jabba's band in his
Jabba's personal band.
like palace. That's the word.
In the palace, yeah.
Max Rebo, he was like killing it on the keys. When they cut to him, like they're just playing some like. It wasn't in Jedi Rocks, which was added. I mean, he was in there.
I love Jedi Rocks. Go ahead, and it's like, whoa, like okay.
That was such good timing. That was. We should do a cover of that one day. Actually, that's what we need to do. Oh wow! Anyway.
Can we just ask Tom Williams if we could buy the rights to that specific song and that specific song only, and that be our intro music?
Yeah. Actually, I would love that to be our intro music. We should make our own Jedi Rocks. Anyway, Max Rebo. So he was playing like background music as they were all like chilling out, and they were like having like a little time, and they're like he's got his little like keyboard that like surrounds him. Maybe that's why his fingers are like so short or something, because it's like so he can play like right in front of him. But this guy, he was a killer keyboard player, and I want to meet him. I want to meet this guy, Max Rebo. I mean, with like the name Max, like I love how Star Wars can be really like dramatically different with their names, but then also have like an alien called Max.
Or a clone named Cody.
Right? But then they'll have like what's a crazy name? Plo Koon? I don't know. Plo Koon's just Kit Fisto.
Yoda. What's a Yoda?
Exactly. But then we've also always got a good Max. Number 2. I'm gonna cry at this one.
Why?
Because he's my like
it's our inside joke. That's why I don't want to say. I feel like I don't want to say it because it's our inside joke.
He is my favorite character of the whole of Star Wars, the whole 9 movies.
This love man so much.
He's the best.
11 movies. Don't forget about Rogue One and Solo.
Oh, yeah, that's so true. That's so rude of me. Yes. No, but let's put him on the screen. Where is he, the big man? Captain Panaka. Look at his hat. Look at his little hat. And
what
he's
a
got
black king, like.
And he's got his little flap to like protect himself from like the sun or something. Oh, I love it.
I like how we can see him, and then like you can just see us gawking over him, like, oh my god.
I know, right? We need to be on like either side. There we go.
Like, let me move over right here.
There you go. Hey.
Oh my god! Like, we love you so much. Like.
He's so great though. So Captain Panaka, obviously appearing in the prequel movies, he is so good. He's pivotal. He carries the team when they overthrow Naboo.
And all he did was he didn't even have that many lines, first of all. And it's like
right?
Great. It's fantastic.
But yes, Joel Davis in the comments, that's a really good point. Fun fact, Captain Panaka became Moff of Naboo when the Emperor rose to power.
Did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I'm just about done finishing the Leia book, Princess of Alderaan, and he does appear in that book. I will not explain or show how. How would I show it? Or say how, but he does.
Just get the book and read it to us like we're in kindergarten.
Let me just, great. But he appears in the book. So if you're a Captain Panaka fan, please go read that. What a guy. Love that guy. But honestly, he carries like the whole team when they're in Theed, and he's ready to like take it. He's just controlling everything, like helping Padme.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a good time. It's a good time.
Before we move on to the rest, can I just show you guys my Star Wars stickers real quick? I got this off of Etsy, and I really love it. It's Ahsoka. Yeah.
Not
Etsy. I got it off Redbubble.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Etsy does have stickers, but I got this off Redbubble. And then this is my favorite one.
Is that Finpo? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, amazing.
I love them so much.
Do you, like, I feel like Finpo is like my Panaka is your Finpo. Like that's the level of adoration.
Finpo carried the sequels. I don't care.
But yes, a
lot of people like to, the popular one is Raylo, but it's Finpo carried all 3 movies.
They do. They did. I can't argue.
Yeah,
I can't argue.
Maybe we'll expand next week. Who knows? You never know what happens here at Star Wars Culture.
Incredible. All right, third one. What's the third one?
My favorite droid, other than R2D2. DJ Rex. That is R3X. He's from. Oh my god! I did not.
That was terrifying. That was terrifying.
This little droid can be found DJing at Galaxy's Edge in Disney World and Land. Fun fact about DJ Rex: he is the part of the story. I will probably correct myself if I'm wrong, but he, is the old droid from the Star Wars Detours before they replaced it with C-3PO, which is cool. Star Tours, yeah. he piloted the Star Speeder 3000, and he took you on your adventures in a galaxy far, far away before that job was given to 3PO. And now he is on Batu, just living it up, being a DJ.
He's just being a DJ, which is that's a cool job. I'll do that job. But this looks good. Yes.
Fun fact. He's part of the show is that he powers down and like malfunctions. And when he malfunctions, you can hear his old Star Tours lines. And I think you can hear like the ding that used to play before you got on the speeder. And I thought that was really cool because I went to Disney World when he was the tour guide.
Right. Yeah.
But I haven't been back since.
I was about to say,
I haven't been back since he was repurposed as DJ Rex. I've been back in like 2015, but Galaxy's Edge wasn't built yet, so DJ Rex was just sitting in the box somewhere. So
yeah, he was getting ready to get powered up. But he's cool character. I'm like ready for some content about him, honestly. Like I'm ready to see him in like Bad Batch or something, honestly.
I need fan art of DJ Rex right now.
It's what?
Fact, you can listen to his music that he plays on like Spotify and shit like
you
that.
You can. They do have Galaxy. They do have
Yeah.
Galaxy's Edge music on Spotify. They even have the music that plays throughout the park on Spotify, which I found really cool.
I'm looking that up straight after this show. I was about to do it then, but I should do it after the show.
Me just on my phone below the camera, like
just on Spotify trying to find this Galaxy Edge music. Amazing stuff. Well, should we go on to the next one? Fourth one? This guy.
He's so great. Just his voice is
this guy. Come on. We need to see him. So Dexter Jetster.
I thought his name was just Dex. But shows what I know.
Dexter Jester. Not Jester. Well, he acts a bit like a Jester. I feel like, again, we got to like look at him. There we go.
Jet Setter.
There we go.
Look at him.
Anyway, so he only appeared in Attack of the Clones. Yes.
Obi-Wan!
Oh, buddy. He's this guy's knowledgeable. And he's just in the back making bacon and eggs. Really? And he's got all this knowledge?
I want to know so when him and Obi-Wan obviously know each other, and Anakin and Ahsoka went to a diner in the Clone Wars, and I'm pretty sure it was that diner. Dex just probably wasn't there, but I'm pretty sure it was the same diner. So does Obi-Wan just keep going to this diner, and that's why they're friends? Like he just sneaks off to this diner.
Hey, a Jedi wants some pancakes sometime. Like let a man live, right?
Yeah.
But that's a really good point. That Obi-Wan went in for pancakes all the time.
Yeah, and so then he started taking Anakin there all the time. And then when Anakin got his Padawan, Obi-Wan's grand Padawan, he took her there all the time.
Grand Padawan?
Grand Padawan, like Grandpa.
That is such a good term. Yeah, I love it. I love that so much. But yeah, I wish there was more about him. I wish there was more on Dex because he's a great character and he's
it's still flashing on the screen for me. Like
he will play in your dreams now. Just that image of Dex, just there you go, there he is. But no, but even his species.
I can't decide if it's dreams or nightmare feeling. Comes to death.
Well, both. But I only just recently clicked that he's the same species as this name's gonna kill me.
Oh,
the Umbara arc.
We don't say his name, so it's fine.
Yeah. Right. What's his name?
We don't say his name. It's fine.
General Krell. Pong Krell. Same species.
The worst Jedi ever. 0 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend.
Right. Wouldn't recommend him as your general.
No, thank you.
So that's interesting. I only put that together the other day. Really, I was just
Chad said he wished he showed up in the Clone Wars. I don't know if we already said that, but same. I totally agree. I think he could have definitely popped up at some point in just give someone like a piece, like especially to like an Ahsoka or something. Be like, oh, watch out for that speeder bike. It was made here and it's going to explode. Just say some random information. No. The next one, I'm not sure I'm familiar with. Oh yes, I am. I just looked him up.
Yeah. You
our
talk about it,
favorite
you know.
Nemoidian. I'm pretty
Video.
sure. Listen, I'm not going to get too
Very
political,
serious.
but Nemoidians are allegories for some of the most ignorant people on our planet today. Oh, because
That's
they're
so
so
true.
just
That's
like,
like
ugh.
it does like very much like encapsulate like the
Yeah.
the negative kind of politics that there are in the world. But this guy, specifically this guy, so Rune Heiko, he was in Phantom Menace, and because everybody knows Newt Gunray, Viceroy Gunray, the big gun, the big gunny,
Big gun, Ray.
Yeah, I know.
See what you did there.
Pun intended. Everyone knows that guy, and he's in Clone Wars a
Oh,
bunch,
just
and
look at
even
him.
Lock God, and he like. But then this guy, he was in Phantom Menace. He was in all of these scenes that like people talk about the Viceroy about.
Yeah.
But this guy, Rune Heiko, he like was just there, and no one said anything. No one's mad at Rune Heiko. Everyone's mad at Viceroy.
Also, isn't he the one that was like, he had my favorite line in all of the Star Wars prequels? They'll no match for a droidicas, and it's like, it makes me laugh every time I hear it. It makes me laugh every time I hear it. I'm like, maybe this is the best movie ever every time I hear it. And then the rest of the movie happens, and I'm like, oh, never mind. Let me stop.
No match for droidicas. No,
Joel says he has a Rune Hacko action figure. He's had one for years. He's Newt Gunray's assistant and appears in episode 1 and 3, but not in episode 2. Yeah, because he has to take a little vacation. The Cold Wars was just about to start. I ain't got time to be sitting around waiting for that bullshit. I mean, mess.
That's incredible.
I wouldn't have showed up either.
He would have been on vacation. He would have been out at Felucia getting some sun or something.
Right.
But that's actually really cool that you've got an action
Vietnam.
No. Every time. It's like the coolest planet. Give it credit. But that's cool that you have an action figure, because I would kill for that. I would absolutely kill for a Rune Heiko. Now there are 2 of them. This
is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them. I'm gonna look up Rune Hacko quotes.
This is getting out of hand.
Dang, if he was in Revenge of the Sith, that means he died along with
Yeah, I think he was in that. Surely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he needs more credit. He's like on, he's like
yeah, my other favorite line. Are you brain dead? I'm not going down there with 2 Jedi.
Are you brain dead? Oh, that's so good. Can we talk about the accents too? Like incredible. I don't know who voiced them. We need to find that out. But incredible voice actors, and I love that accent. It's so good, so good. Anakin did delete him as opposed to delete him.
Okay, so James Taylor voiced Rune Hacko, not James Arnold Taylor. James Taylor.
I was like, wait, who? Okay, is it different?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's terrifying. Okay. Second. What are we up to? 6. We're up to our 6th one. 6th one.
How do you say his name?
Nianub. I'm going to say that. Ninum. Yes. Now this character, he's actually quite well known. He's not as much. I feel like again we're to the side. Hey. I feel like he's a well-known character. People know this character well.
Oh yeah.
He's
like one of the best rebels. Period.
Right. He's from Celeste. I did not know that. This is like the native species to Celeste. Solist or Celeste? I don't know how to say it. I don't know what you say.
I used to always say Celeste because Celeste. Got it.
Okay, gotcha. Yes. Is that the planet or is that the people on the planet is called Celestian? Oh, that's really hard to say.
Celestial.
But anyway, this guy.
I keep going out of frame.
I know. There you go. You got to get a nice little angle there.
Don't know how physics and directions work apparently.
So this guy, he was a big part of the original trilogy. Very big part. Played a big role. He was like Lando's right-hand man at the end there. He did a lot for the the destruction of the Death Star. And he was it should be like Han, Luke, Leia, Lando, and Nub. It's like that's the 5. That should be the 5, really.
Joel said.
Yes.
Joel said apparently there have been mixed reports of Neon Nub's death and the Rise of Skywalker according to novelization. Okay, well, it would be pretty rude of them to kill him off. Just saying.
And it gets a bit grey with like canonized and what's non-canonized now. But definitely this guy, I'm impressed because he was made. I think he only first appeared in not Rise of Skywalker. What am I talking about? Return of the Jedi. Correct me if I'm wrong, Joel. I feel like Joel would know. Because and just like the puppeteering of it. Like I love his eyes. His eyes are just fantastic. And he's like
a sequel trilogy.
Yes, he was in the sequel. That's right. True. And his mouth, like are those his nostrils? I don't know. Is that where he breathes
It's his
from?
mouth nostrils.
Mouth nostrils. But he's got his mouth down here though. I don't know now. But no, this guy.
We'll look up the anatomy of Scolestians next week.
So I think you're adding a C. Are you adding a C?
Yep.
Celestian.
Yeah, because it was in Battlefront 2, and that's what I kept reading it as. Even though that's
fun fact. That's a really
true.
good fun fact, Joel. The language he's speaking is Kenyan. Oh my gosh, that's actually fantastically interesting. That's I love how that would have been like George, like out maybe while they're filming the stuff for Tatooine. Where do they film it? Oh my gosh, I'm losing all my brain this morning. You know what? We should just use the language here. That's good. Efficient. That's efficient problem solving. Our last one. Our very last one. Who's our last character, Jordan?
A bounty hunting queen.
A bounty hunting queen.
Wrestle.
She is amazing. She's look at that skirt flick too in that photo. Look at that. That's incredible. But Zam, yes, again appearing in Attack of the Clones. We've got a very Attack of the Clones focus today. She is she appears to try and take and kill Padme, and she's hired by Jango to do this.
Jango Fett.
And she's a changeling, which I wish we did we get her in Clone Wars, or did we get one of her species?
No, well, because we got a changeling, but we wouldn't have got Zam. Yes, because she died. Yeah, she died about 10 years before the Clone Wars, or not 10.
Yes.
I always get the
3,
time. Because I always get the time gaps between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3 mixed up for some reason.
Yes, yeah. So she died at the end of during the Attack of the Clones. But yeah, she's a changeling, which is very interesting. I wish we got more. We got a little bit of her species in Clone Wars with like this bounty hunter that was helping Cad Bane. But Zam, very interesting character, and I like very like Fennec Shand like ideas. I like to think that Zam inspired the character for Fennec to be like just some of the traits there. But good chase scene. This was a good scene in Attack of the Clones, but I reckon she could have been more involved with the show, to be honest. With the movie. I reckon she could have been a lot deeper into the movie. Chad, you have Zam's Lego figure. That's actually quite fascinating. That's fascinating. But that's our top 7. That's our top 7 characters. Do you have any on the top of your head? Any more characters as we ask?
I have one.
Did we just see Ponquel?
No, get him off the screen now.
That's
I will leave the stream if he pops back on the screen.
You had one.
Joel has one. Admiral Piet.
Yep, Admiral Piet.
Love him.
What a guy.
He's like scared shitless the entire movie. It's pretty great.
It's he's a classic though. He's a bit of a funny guy. Like every time he's on screen, I have a bit of a chuckle, and I don't know why. But
I had one too, but I just don't know his name. It's the guy it's the poor First Order officer who had to report to Kylo Ren that Rey escaped with BB-8.
Oh yeah, and
I
Kylo
feel
starts What
he's
is that when Kylo gets like just enraged by that?
Yeah, that's when he throws his first tantrum, and I kind of was like looking at him sideways, like, are you kidding me? Are you serious right now? I was not happy when he threw that tantrum. Love Force Awakens,
Well,
best movie of the sequels, but like I just kind of was like, what? What's happening? I hate it.
it was very intense. Well, sometimes he doesn't know how to show his emotions.
Yeah.
Kylo was a bit of a
I mean, I was like, dude, just force choke him and be done with it. Like, what is all this nonsense about cutting up the computer that you will have to use? Like,
right now they just have to get
you're
a new
out of a
computer.
terminal.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
You're out of a terminal. That is so good. That's so good. A couple side characters. Wow, you're cranking out some niche ones here. Okay, so we have. Hang on, how do I do that? It's another fun side characters. Amida, Palpatine aide in the non-canon, new canon, Grand Visor of the Galactic Empire. Is that what's his face? Well, actually, what's the name of Palpatine's aides all throughout like Clone Wars?
He's talking about the blue dude with like the horns.
Yeah, is it the blue dude? Is that his name?
That's Masamida.
Nice. Okay. I don't know why I thought his name was different. Yeah, that guy. He's like mad. I want to know his backstory. Every single line he says, Clone Wars movies, he's like furious. He's like really cranky about life, and he's just. I mean, he is working for Palpatine, so I can imagine that's not like the best job in the world. But even so, this guy's mad. Don't you reckon? Do you know the blue guy that they were talking about, Jordan? Like Palpatine's aide. Yeah, he's like in the Senate.
I was like, okay.
Yeah,
at first, I was like, who? Like, what?
You know this guy.
Yeah. Love him. Is great. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
And another character, Sly Moore. Yeah, this guy, being, might I say, Sly Moore is he's like only in a couple. He's in the booth when Palpatine and Anakin come in to watch the show, the opera, and they go, leave us, and then they leave. He's a part of that crew. He's a part of that crew. But
when I first watched Revenge of the Sith, and Anakin went there, and Palpatine was like, "Oh, you're here. Leave us." I was like, "He's a Sith. That's like the Sith who's about to get revenge.
Yeah,
this is the revenge of him." Yeah, that when he did that voice, because he was like, "Oh God, look at his face! Oh my God." Okay, I'm gonna need to never see that face on this stream ever again.
No, look, it's a good. I like his coat. I want his coat.
That is nightmare coat. Why play Five Nights at Freddy's when you can just stare at that picture all day?
I know. I want her coat. That's
God. There she is again.
Incredible.
I hate it.
But Star Wars is really well known for their side characters.
Yeah. I found out the name of the officer I was talking about in The Force Awakens.
Oh yes, thank you. Yes.
His name is Lieutenant Mitika. Mitaka.
Can we just have a whole show of giving you names and seeing how you pronounce them? Can we just do that one day?
That's Matika. He's from the ghetto too. Matika, really? He from the ghetto. He from down the street where I live.
Wait, how did you say that? How did you say the Star Wars Vision's name? The Star Wars Vision's name again?
What I say?
Akakiri.
That's a cockery. Yeah, that's a cockery. Like, what?
Oh no. That's so good. Oh, anyway. That's all our side characters we got for you. That's our top 7 that, I think they're pretty cool. They're good looking characters, except for Slymore. She's I wouldn't go near her.
Get Sly more often. Wow, there's Matika right there. That's Matika.
Yeah, Matika.
Love
Amazing.
him.
Yeah.
I just felt so bad for him. Like, he had the puppy dog eyes, and he was like, I'm just here to tell you what's going on, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
He was intense.
Chill the F out. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all our psycho characters we have for today. Oh, so good. I love how all the background characters are always kind of have something to say, or they look weird, or they have some sort of point. Even if they're useless, they have some sort of point to them.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're gonna get a whole novel or a show about them eventually. I mean, that's what's happening with the Bad Batch and the Rebels and all that good stuff. So, maybe we'll get some Zam content later on. Who knows?
I want some Max Rebo content. I want some Max Rebo like
I
albums.
I want animated shorts of DJ Rex's adventure.
Yes, yeah.
Before
we got to the 2.
Yeah, because apparently it was a crash landing. Okay, well, where would you crash landed from? So
that's so true. Good point.
Yeah. But anywho, thank you all for joining us on another very special episode of Star Wars Culture. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you're watching us on YouTube, and follow Culture Slate all over social media. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter are all at Culture Slate. We will be here every Wednesday at 4 Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hannah, where can they find us in good old your neck of the woods?
G'day. Yeah, in Australia. You can watch us every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. For your breakfast time, good time. And you can find us on Patreon as well. Patreon.com/Culture Slate for lots of behind the scenes stuff and stuff you can't get anywhere else online. You will find it in our Patreon. So be sure to check us out there. And that's it for this week. Stay tuned. Again, follow us on our social medias. You can also follow specifically Star Wars Culture on Twitter at Star Wars with a Z Culture, and also our Star Wars Culture on Instagram for more of our stuff that me and Jordan get up to during the week. But that is it for this week. We will see you very soon. And as always, may the Force be with you.
Always.